Good afternoon and welcome to the Windsor Star's Net News at noon. In breaking news this morning, an elderly woman was rushed to hospital after a blaze broke out at the Sen Course building at the corner of Tuscarora and Willett Avenue. She had serious burns and was rushed to hospital. The blaze broke out on the 12th floor about 9:30 a.m. There's no cause yet, and the value of damages has not been released. Stay tuned for updates. According to Stats Canada this morning, new vehicle sales, they surged 2.4% in July compared to June, largely on the back of minivans and trucks. Minivans and trucks, they surged 3.1%, and it was the fourth consecutive monthly increase. Okay, folks, City Council last night wasn't exactly a barn burner, and it wrapped up early, which is kind of a surprise for an election year. But we had our live chat like we always do, and it suffered a touch because some of the juicier items were dealt with behind closed doors. Case in point, the mayor and council held sort of what amounts to a closed-door meeting electronically, and they voted to have taxpayers pick up the tab for legal fees associated with a lawsuit filed against the councillors individually by the Ambassador Bridge. Now, 7 councillors in an email poll voted for taxpayers to pick up the tab. 3 didn't vote, and Mayor Eddie Francis, for whatever reason, he didn't vote either. Now, there's no word yet on how much this is going to cost, but it could be significant. Because they're being sued individually, they're each probably going to get individual lawyers, so it's like legal bills times 7 or times 8 can really rack up in a hurry. And the issue of the downtown farmers market, folks, that was also dealt with before the public session. Some controversy over the location, but a short-term deal has been brokered, and they're going to remain at the old Greyhound bus depot for a year, and a committee is going to be struck to sort of examine some alternative locations. The city, of course, has signaled its preference that we get a farmers market over there on Palliser Street. And the mayor was scrum last night on the Capitol Theatre. Lots of interest there lately. There's a looming court date on September 20th, and there was a rally on the weekend and a rally last week as well. Francis said the city has been having quote-unquote very positive discussions with the University of Windsor over some sort of partnership for the troubled Capitol Theatre. So stay tuned on that. Now, Francis, he won our mayoral poll yesterday that we had on our website. He waxed Limoges there. 41% of the vote Francis got compared to just 30% for Rick Limoges. But the poll that I sort of care about more is the Facebook Friends poll. And on this one, Francis is still trailing. In his website, he has 416 likes compared to just compared to 490 likes for Limoges. So I track that every day. Like I've told you, I don't have much of a life. But in some news that broke this morning, some automotive news. Excuse me, automotive news. Here to talk about it is automotive reporter Grace Macaluso.
Hi, Don.
Hi, Grace.
Yeah, Chrysler Group is meeting with its dealers in Florida today, and it announced that it will launch a new mid-size sedan. In fact, it'll be in showrooms in the fourth quarter. It will replace the mid-size Sebring, which is being phased out, and the new sedan will be called the 200.
Okay, now there's already a Chrysler 300, so this is the 200.
Yes.
And is this a big deal, and how come?
Well, it's a big deal in the sense that it can help plug a hole in Chrysler's product lineup, which is dominated by full-size vehicles like the 300 and vans and light trucks. So this is a big deal, and it's also a pretty quick move on Chrysler's part. It claims that the vehicle has been redesigned inside out. It's not a recycled Sebring, so it looks like it'll be an entirely new vehicle that will be available to consumers by the end of this year.
Okay, now I'm not sure if you mentioned this, but where is it going to be built?
It's going to be built at the Chrysler plant in Sterling Heights, which isn't too far from us, which would be good news for our suppliers and parts makers who have contracts with Chrysler to ship their products across the border. So it could mean jobs and business for us here in Windsor.
Okay, we can only hope, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, anything else on this you think is important?
No, I would say that about covers it.
Okay, we're going to have that story, folks, posted to you on the web in a jiff, but we wanted to get it on the net news first. Thank you, Grace, for joining us. All kinds of galleries for you to check out online, folks. Have a tour of the website. It kicks butt. Online and on your porch, we are the Windsor Star.